Ooh, that looks tasty. Welcome folks, today the Hungry Gamer is back with the first video of the 2024 Beatrice the Board Game Dog Game of the Year Tournament Competition! And what I've decided to do is I'm going to actually keep the submission window open for a little bit because we had 2 extra prizes added to the prize pool after I made my first video, and some people who watched the first video weren't aware that Harrow County has added a prize to the pool, as had an all-in Iridia. And some people might have been really excited about those and wanted to enter if they already had the other games or whatever. But that also would not be fair to everybody who's already entered if the first round went and there was no benefit to being in on time. So here's the bracket, and 2 things I'll say. 1, I accidentally managed to leave off one game right here. I know what game it is that got left off. And up against Deep Shelf, so Deep Shelf's just going to get a bye to the next round. For anybody who left it blank on their form, or, I don't know, wrote something else in, I'm just going to adjust it on their form to Deep Shelf so you won't get a penalty. The other thing I'm going to do is today I'm doing all the play-in rounds, meaning all of these along the far edge of the bracket, and I'm going to do those. And anybody who still wants to enter, I'm going to leave this open for another day or 2 after this video posts. If you would still like to enter, you can. Make sure you put the games in that already won, I guess. And I'll just start your scoring from the next round. For everybody who's already entered, you will get points if you got the game correctly for the first round. And if you were incorrect in your bracket, I will switch it to the other game, and however far you have that going, it'll be the other game going that far. So some bonus points if you were already in. That feels fair to me, and the more the merrier is my thought on this. Now, with that said, as a reminder, I can only send a prize to someone if they're 18 years or older. I don't know if that's legally true, but I'm being safe. Second of all, it will be free shipping in the continental US. If it is outside the continental US, I will pay the cost of the shipping of what it would be from California to New York, whatever that is, and then you'll have to cover the rest. So those of you that are in another country, that might affect what game you pick. You might not want to pick the 30-pound Iridia if you win, knowing that you're going to have to pay probably a lot of shipping overage, and there may be customs duties or whatever. Again, if your country has those, that is not something that I will be paying. So unfortunately, because I'm in America, it is a little bit leaning towards a prize for Americans, though it is possible that some of the games will be inexpensive to ship, and and for those that are not in my personal possession right now, it might be able to be shipped from a different hub. But just do keep that in mind. Whoever winds up with the highest score at the end, through various tiebreakers that I have, you'll get your first choice of those 4 prizes. You'll get your first choice of those 5 prizes, and then whoever's second will get next choice, and so on and so on. Now, with that said, we're going to go right to it. This video is only going to be the play-in round of all the ones on the very far sides of the bracket. Again, if you still want to get in, you still have a chance. You'll be at a slight point disadvantage, but points ramp up as we go, so you still do have a chance. So, with that said, let's see what Beatrice is interested in from the 2024 selection. And here we are with the first round. Beatrice versus Kinfire Dell. And victory for Kinfire Dell. And next we have the Fog and Divinus. And Divinus with the victory. Next up we have Dinogenics versus Mindspace. And Mindspace, it is a bit of an upset. You would think she would appreciate the beast of Dinogenics, but she is a smart dog and goes for Mindspace. And next up we have Factions of Soul versus Abduction. And here she comes. Coming down, and oh, right for Factions of Soul. Apparently she can be the only cute creature in this tournament. Abduction is out. Next up we have Fate Forge versus Relic Blade. And here she comes, coming down, and immediately for Relic Blade, not interested in Fate Forge. Looks like the indie game wins this round. Next up we have Lunar versus Evergreen, and no question, right for Lunar. That makes all play with 2 out of 2 today. And next up we have Survival of the Fattest for City of Kings, and here she comes, coming down, and she goes right for City of Kings, once again proving she is the only cute animal allowed in this tournament. Next up we have Dragons Down versus Elemental Stones. And it looks like, she's not sure, and she goes for Dragons Down. Next up we have Earth Under Siege versus Invincible, the deck building game, and here she comes. It looks like she's going around the other side and going for Invincible. That is a first. She mixed it up this time. Next up we have Apiary versus Creel Manor. We all know Jamie Steckmeyer is a big fan of Beatrice the board game dog. Let's see if she returns that love. And she does! She does! Straight for Apiary. And she's looking for that other blueberry. And there it is. She found it. Little confusion there, but Apiary moves on. The last match of the play round, we have Wild Gardens versus Super Snipers. And here she comes, and Wild Gardens it is, which does make sense. She does love outside. And there we have it. That is the end of the play-in round. There we have it. That is the end of the play-in round. I hope you enjoyed watching it. I enjoyed doing it. Beatrice enjoyed making it. And one last time, if you want to get into the tournament, you still have a chance. Follow the links down in the description to get your brackets in. You will find that the submission folder is completely empty, or would be almost empty right now because all the people who are already in, I've moved them into another folder so they get their bonus points. All right, there you have it, folks. As always, if you enjoyed this video, please like, subscribe, share, maybe become a channel member. As always, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful, wonderful day.